Have you ever done a chat on the poppy police? Do you want to do a chat on the poppy police?
Okay. I did have an idea of just saying, let's talk about religion.
Okay, let's do that then.
Well, let's do the poppy police. I like the poppy police. Oh, for God's sake. You know, it's supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to be. It doesn't matter what it's about. It doesn't matter what you think about whatever. It's just remember the dead who died in wars for us, and life is better now, etc. And that's it. That's it. Shut up. Oh, well, red poppy, white poppy, stupid. Don't have a white poppy. Shut up. Just how it doesn't matter what colour it is. Ruined it.
I mean, I lavished some praise on Theresa May this morning.
All right.
She's got to be the first Prime Minister that we've had in a long time that isn't completely hypocritical when she goes in front of the cenotaph. Yeah, normally you have these Prime Ministers line up to lay a wreath in solemn,
When Tony Blair did that, I actually felt sick.
It is.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It is, now it might be because her hands are tied by Brexit, but she hasn't sent people to war yet. The Saudi Arabia thing's a bit dodge. We seem to be basically involved in the war. Yeah. Okay, but I mean, she's not sending our troops to war, so we should heap praise on her while she does that, because
yes,
it seems to be the done thing for a prime minister to do is engage in
some sort of war. You should at least in your term, you should do at least one war.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, she's probably not able to at the moment. Everything's going chaos. Yeah.
Crippled. But yeah, I mean, this poppy thing is crazy. I have no issue with remembering the dead. People,
particularly World War One.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
it's not just. Oh no, it's about whatever. But particularly World War One.
I would prefer it if we also took a moment to mourn the stupidity of the people who sent them there.
Yes.
And it would be nice to have a symbol that recognises that.
Yes, and there is a desperate. I mean, was it? I think in my head it was Michael Gove. It might have been Michael Gove, but the thing of no, we need to change that idea of that's what World War One was. Throw away all the history books, pretend something different happened. Because it was stupid. The whole war was stupid. That's the thing. World War Two is justified. You can't really argue against World War Two.
But it's justified on the back of World War One.
It only happened because of it.
Yeah.
So World War One was literally because that'll be popular, and everyone was like, yeah, let's have war. That's good.
We haven't had one for a while.
Yeah, and of course, because of technology, that particular point in technology, it was the worst thing ever. It was so horrible for no reason. It was for no reason.
Captured by Blackadder quite well, actually.
Yeah, and that's what they don't like, isn't it? They succinctly, General Melchett moving his drinks cabinet 2 meters closer to Berlin was literally what was happening. It really was.
The problem we have with the poppy police sort of thing now, and I can kind of understand, the poppy police are mainly focused on, it's not normal people walking around in the street. It's if you go onto television, you're not wearing a poppy, yeah. Those are the people who get the grief. It's like they've made a conscious decision not to wear a poppy. Like the default position is poppy wearing.
Exactly, yeah.
And by not wearing one, you are making a political statement which is
wrong.
Abhorric and wrong.
Yeah, and that's backwards, isn't it? The normal position will be to not do something.
Yeah.
That's fine. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. If you're not wearing one, it means nothing.
I can understand, especially if when you go onto television you are provided with a poppy. Yeah. So if you go to and they try and pin a poppy on you,
you've had to say no.
You've had to say no. So there is a decision sort of thing there. It just popped into my head. Remember when they photoshopped a poppy onto a picture of David Cameron? Oh yeah, because he wasn't wearing one.
Because he wasn't wearing one. The fact that he wasn't wearing one is not political. He just wasn't wearing one. It doesn't matter.
But I mean, things have shifted now. Like, so I think the people in the army, soldiers and stuff, who call Remembrance Sunday Christmas for fascists, because you see pictures of people with swastika tattoos wearing poppies.
Yeah, which is the irony. Yeah,
these people are idiots and they are an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And I think there should be a movement to distance ourselves from these people. I mean, Oh, he's quite horrific, really, when you think about it.
It's completely insane. Yeah.
When you see the Tommy Robinson lot, and you see them wearing poppies, it should give you pause for thought a little bit.
Yeah.
He's
he's banned from PayPal now because he's done for fraud so many times or whatever. But he bought a house with the money. He raised money through Tomer on like crowdfunded. So he bought £1 million house, built £1 million house with the money. It's supposed to be for legal fees. He didn't need him. It was a trick. It was actually just a scam, and that's what he is actually. He's a fraudster because that's what he was done. That's why he changed his name. Apparently.
Well, I think he's had a couple of names, hasn't he?
Yeah. People think his name is Stephen Laxley Lennon, and it isn't. I can't remember now. It's like Bob Green or something.
Well, people keep saying, Yaxley Lennon, as if that will.
That's not his real name.
Pull down the mask, reveal the person. I'm not. He can make quite a powerful argument if he is playing the role of the persecuted freedom speaker sort of thing. Yeah. You can say, well, I've got to hide my name because I'm so persecuted. If my real name was out there, they'd be able to hunt me down and do this, that and the other.
Well, he was in danger at one point from members of his own organisation, EDL, because they're so angry. They want to kill him now.
Well, the argument you get from the Tommy Robinson cultists is that the EDL turned racist, and that's why they kicked Tommy Robinson out because he's not actually racist.
Yeah, and you always get a post of someone saying, just all I want is one link showing me where he's actually judges people by the colour of their skin. Come on. And he says, I'm still waiting for this link. So someone posts a link. Oh, that was a long time ago. It's different now.
He's apologised.
Goalposts.
Yeah. So that's a bit of politics, poppy politics.
Free Tomer. I'm a moron. I know what I wanted to do. I forgot about this. There's a group of pictures of wanted EDL members. Are they EDL members or one of those? I can't remember. Some anti-Muslim march or something. I can't remember what it was. Who were violent and they're wanted by the police because they got pictures of them. So I wanted to do like a calendar and we could put on like sexy music. And in January we've got this guy who looks like Davros. He's like this. Doctor.
We stopped reviewing that. I actually haven't watched it for a couple of weeks now.
Okay. I thought maybe we should do a mid-season, but I think actually we should do an end season.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what we haven't discussed is the midterms in the US. That was quite big news this week. Yeah,
although the result wasn't big. I suppose the result was what it turned. I didn't realise how little could happen. In that they've got the House now, haven't they? You've got but the other one. What's the other one?
Senate.
The Senate. There's only a couple of ones up for grabs anyway, and they were Republican.
No, they were Democrat.
Really, were they Democrat?
Yeah, basically what it was this because I think they do a third each time. Yeah, a third of the Senate is up for re-election, and this time it just happened that they were mostly Democrats.
Right, so they stayed.
So they were a big disadvantage there. But if you could craft a message which appeals to everyone, I don't understand why you couldn't flip seats. It seems kind of defeatist to me to sort of say, because there's only, I can't remember, only like 4 Republican senators up for re-election, why you couldn't try and flip them?
Well, because it's become, and the argument is this came originally from the Republicans to turn it into a religion. It's so zealous. It's not about what people are saying. It's not about anything. It's about, it's my team. The team.
Yeah, I suppose.
Teamwork. There is no I in Team America.
I can't imagine. I said it to you the other. Did we say it on camera? I don't understand
why people vote.
I still haven't got my head around why people vote for Donald Trump.
Well, there is a big thing with Christians, isn't there? About someone came out with this very convoluted twist of logic how we can possibly support this guy.
Well,
because they had to think how to support the guy because he's Republican, and we have to. That's the one we have to support.
Apparently, it was the evangelical Christians that basically won him the presidency. 85% of evangelical Christians turned up to vote, which is a ridiculously high proportion.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was basically the evangelical, and that was enough to get him sort of over the line.
The most unchristian man in the world.
Yeah. It's just sort of like, that twist of logic to actually vote for people who, who essentially punish the poor and give themselves massive tax cuts.
Jesus didn't say that we should give all our money to the poor.
There's nothing easier than getting into the kingdom of heaven if you're rich, according to Jesus.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah, it's all made up anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I actually think things are even more finely balanced in America now. So Donald Trump can turn it to his advantage because the House of Representatives can block the building of the wall.
Exactly, that's to his advantage.
So now he's got an excuse for it not being built.
Yes, yeah, because he's already lying about it. He said he'd actually secured funding of $5 billion, and he's just made it up. He doesn't have funding for it. But yeah, you're right. Now he can say, "Oh, well, they stopped me. I don't have to do anything."
The Democrats.
Now. The day I get elected, this is going to happen. Well, they stopped me. It's their fault.
Although I can't understand why people vote for Donald Trump. Now that they are and they are obviously quite they're quite intrinsic supporters. I can understand the attitude that they take. So even though he is outright lying and there's no question that he's lying, I kind of understand why they stick by him. And this sort of strategy, it's not even a strategy, it's just mudslinging, of trying to link him to Russia and stuff like that. All they're going to do is rehabilitate the reputation of Russia amongst Trump Republican voters.
That's true. They'll start to like Russia now.
They will.
Well, it's good that they help because Russia's good.
Well,
we like Russia.
Maybe Russia's okay in that case. Then
that because they have a strong leader.
Yeah,
our dear leader.
So it says to me the Democrats need a different strategy, and it's got to be something other than flinging crap at Trump. It is literally they've got to come up with a plan.
I think that's what they said, isn't it? The head of the House, I don't know, said they were going to try and collaborate. They're not just going to block everything, which is exactly what they did to Obama. When the Republicans had the House, they basically stopped Obama from doing anything.
Apart from by presidential, what was it? Special order or something like that.
Yeah.
But the Democrats need to formulate a plan for government which will transform people's lives.
But zealotry is a powerful thing. And admitting you're wrong. I mean, I think a lot of people vote for Trump as a protest vote. Well, screw you, I'm going to vote for this idiot then. But once they've done it, they've got to back down. And they've then gone on the internet and said, "Oh no, the fake news." That thing that he did say that we've seen him saying, it's fake news. To back down, even when he's literally now banning members of the press from asking questions and threatening, if you don't respect my authority, then we'll ban you too, press. No press here, thank you. I'm the leader. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying. And to the point where they actually doctored footage of the guy with her hand was here, and he was just going like that. So they doctored it so her hand was round this side, and he went karate chop. But if you look at it, it's like this sort of big muscular hand from this little woman. So it's obviously doctored, and you can see it's photoshopped or whatever. But that was deliberate. They knew everyone would know it was doctored because it means everyone's talking about that instead of talking about the question the guy was asking.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. Yeah,
but I don't understand. It's something about a train caravan.
Oh, I thought the question was about the Russia thing. Wasn't that the previous question about the caravan?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Where's the caravan then, Trump? It's like 3,000 miles away. It's like 4 people.
I just think it's really good when he has a go at this. No, I'm not answering that. I'm not talking to you. Put the mic down. CNN, you fake news, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And then he points to another reporter, and he says, "What's your?" And he calls him by name, sort of thing. Yeah. And he's quite cordial with him. And he says, "Well, I've known this guy for many years, and he's always a great reporter. He's always been a great reporter, asks intelligent questions." Yeah, well, I've never liked you either. I just thought that.
I don't like you either.
I mean,
everyone leave. Get out. You're not coming to my party. It's my party.
That was quite funny.
I want my presents now. And he does his arm folding. No problem. I'm sure they had a body language coach make him look as ridiculous as possible. The petulant arm folding and the pointing.
I mean, the guy is actually. I mean,
they're trying to make him as ridiculous as possible. I'm sure.
I don't know. I just think that's him. I think that is his appeal. You know, when he says he's thinking something, it means he's thinking it. Even though it is ridiculous, you think, well, yeah, he is capable of that kind of ridiculous thinking. So in that sense, there is authenticity. But if that's the authenticity that's presented, you're like, you should be okay. This guy should not be nowhere near any sort of power.
I don't believe it. It's populist. It's the populist thing. We've had enough of politicians. They're so fake. The response to that is to create people even more ridiculous, even more caricatures. It's the Nigel Farage. Oh, I like my beer in my pubs. It's just a lie. It was just a lie. It was just an act. And then people fell for it completely.
Yeah. But it rolls on.
Mm-hmm.
Brexit's supposed to happen soon, isn't it?
Or not. I want to do it a bit longer. We're enjoying it so much. We're going to keep talking about it over and over. And it's so obvious. There isn't a solution.
There isn't. There's just the Northern Ireland thing's not.
There's no answer to that.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll be proved wrong.
Yeah, and you have to go back to. She lost the election. She lost the majority. Had to prop the government with the GUP, who are now saying, "No, I don't think so." So,
no border in the sea for us.
Yeah. Oh God! Oh God! God's sake! Useless.
There will be a deal of some type.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of that.
We should have a referendum. Do you want a thing? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, but their choice. They chose.
What do you think of these second referendum people? People's vote people.
I was completely against it originally. I think you should definitely have a referendum about what it is. Even if you don't put on the ballot, not do it at all, will be a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously the Brexiteers don't want that. They don't want a sensible... Do you want Brexit to be this? Do you want Brexit to be this? Do you want Brexit to be this?
They are acting like a bunch of people who think they've got away with something.
Yeah.
Rather than believing it is actually the will of the people.
Yeah, it's the will of the people. Don't ask them.
We don't need them to clarify.
That literally makes no sense. Oh, it's democracy, so we can't have a vote.
But the second vote people are so obnoxious and horrible.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, well, why should I? It's sort of like, well, should we reward that kind of behaviour? Oh, but okay, so you're going to drive the country off a cliff. You've got your grandchildren this, your grandchildren that, and you're just like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah. And the truth is, we don't know that because we don't know. Nobody knows. We knew this from the start, didn't we? We said this. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's the thing about Brexit. Nobody knows. It's never been done before. We're not going back to the 1960s because it was awful. The standard of living was horrendous.
Well, I think it was Steve Richards who said on his podcast the other day that actually, if anyone was going to leave Europe, we were the worst one because of the Irish border.
Yeah, we should be.
So if Germany were going to do it, it would be a relatively easy process.
Yeah,
they'd just bail out of Schengen. They'd have their own trade deals and all sorts of stuff. They could enter into a customs union. They don't have to enter into a customs union, whatever. But because we've got that Irish border, and we've got the financial institution in London, which does a lot of trading in Europe. We are the worst possible country to be trying to go through this process.
Yeah.
There you go.
Politics.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it. You're taking away my opinion by having an opinion. You've forced me to watch this video, and now you've taken away my freedom of speech by saying something.
I'm sorry. Right. There might be something usable in that, not Kev.
Yeah.